We do get imposter syndrome. I get imposter syndrome all the time. Still, I think it's important to say it doesn't go away. You just get better at going, hang on a second, whose voice is that? Because it's normally someone's voice that isn't yours. It was normally something someone said to you at some point when you were growing up that made you believe something that isn't necessarily true. We do get imposter syndrome. I get imposter syndrome all the time. Still, I think it's important to say it doesn't go away. You just get better at going, hang on a second, whose voice is that? Because it's normally someone's voice that isn't yours. It was normally something someone said to you at some point when you were growing up that made you believe something that isn't necessarily true, and that you've proved time and time again that it's not true. So I'm really passionate about that, demystifying the imposter syndrome and normalizing it, really.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, honestly, and you've had a really big career and you've been in the business for so long. I've been in the business for, well, I think 17 years now, and it's still there, And when I go to work on my type design and when I start drawing letters and again and again and again, every time, it comes, oh, this is not going to be good enough. Is it good enough to even publish it in the end? It's not going away. It's definitely something that stays. And I believe it will always be there. Even, 30, 40 years later, I think it will be there because you cannot really get rid of that. So, yeah, I mean, it's good for people to understand that it's not really going away. You have to just tell yourself, look, I have all this experience. I know what I'm doing and I've been doing it for so long. And if it's at some point a failure, if a project is a failure and if I fail, that's okay as well. I mean, the world is not going to fall apart if I fail. So I absolutely agree with you there.
Totally. Yeah, I completely. Yeah. It's just such an important thing to learn as well, because I think that us creatives, we put so much of our self-worth into our work, and it's not fair on us, because if you think, do you think that, for instance, I don't know, someone who looks after trees or someone who makes roofs or puts that amount of pressure on themselves where they go like, if this tree doesn't grow, I am the worst thing ever, and I don't deserve to even be near a tree, or you know what I mean? It's just bizarre.
Absolutely, yeah.
We do that because we're just like, it comes from within, and it comes from somewhere deep for us, and it's something that is part of our identity, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And it's how you make money as well. So it's like, if you're not making money with it, then you're like, then it means I'm not good. Then it means I'm not good enough. And we really have to reformat that in our brains and really understand that it's not like that at all. And that there are so many other factors and so many other things that success and that monetary, financial compensation comes from, and kind of like widen up as well. It's not just that output as well that's going to give you that compensation, but definitely never have just too much of the self-worth tied into something that is out of your control sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things, and we measure ourselves, towards, I wake up every morning and I go to check my statistics, like how many listens did I have on the podcast? Are there new followers? Are there new subscribers? And we have been taught, I think, that all those numbers are measuring our value. and they really have no connection to the value we have and to the value we provide in our projects. So that's really, really important to understand for especially young designers. We live in a social media world where likes and followers are like everything. And I've met people with 2,000 followers, which is, I will not say nothing. It's a good number, but comparing to millions, what I have,
Of course.
it's a really low number, but still they have managed to figure out that number really doesn't measure how good they are. And
100%.
there's no number, even as you said, the earnings, there's a, we live in a really crazy world right now. And putting all that pressure, if your finances are not good enough, that means that you're not good enough in this kind of a world is just, a paradox. And we need to separate those things. Absolutely.
100%. We really do. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's such there's so many things happening in the world and so many impacts on our businesses and on other people's businesses. And maybe we don't have enough projects because other people, have financial struggles. It has absolutely zero impact, zero connection to how good we are. And yet, like as I said, even after so many time working on this, I wake up and see how many listens were there. Like that is going to, give me some kind of diploma or something. Oh, you had so many listens this evening, and
I know.
it's really not
Yeah.
connected.
It really isn't. But I do understand everything you say. And like you, yeah, of course, everyone checks their metrics. Everyone's like, oh
Yeah,
God, what have I done? I lost a follower. What's going on?
yeah.
We really have to stop like doing that because it's distracting us from doing important work and doing stuff that is probably more fulfilling for us, really.
Absolutely, absolutely agree with that one.